Hey, look, it's sushi. Hi. Look, everybody jumped up. Okay, come on. You guys say hi. Come here, Kevin. Okay. Oh, you're pushing me away. Okay. Look, we can say hi to everybody. Everybody's just looking at the back of your heads. Yeah. Good job. Good job. Okay. Off. Okay. Okay. Off. Good job. Okay. Look out. Look out. No. Hi, Sega. You're a good girl. I love you. Okay. We got to say hi to everybody. I know. I got you guys excited. Okay. Careful. Good girl. Okay. Hey, everybody. All right. Let me jump on over to the chat. It was filling up very quickly, so I figured I'd go ahead and jump on. And I just want to start out by saying that I'm so glad that you guys are all here because the Facebook group is still shut down. And I'm just so unhappy about it. But it's not just us. It's like across the Facebook meta universe. It's happening to all sorts of people, all sorts of groups. So we are just painfully hoping that we get it back. Anyway, all right. So let's jump in here and see who we got. We got Strega, of course. How are we going to knock some sense into that Zuckerblob's head in order to get the Facebook group back? Yeah, I wish there was something that we could do. I really, really do, because it's not that we did anything wrong, right? It's site-wide glitch, and I'm sure that they're, trying to get it fixed. Hey, Mary Beth, Jess is here. Ready for the Shanannary. All right. Definitely let me know what you guys are drinking. This is sugar-free cherry 7-Up. Got to stay hydrated. Oh, it's just so good. Mary Beth said Shanannary. Oh, yeah. Look, Strega was giving us a 10-minute countdown. I said, forget your 10-minute countdown. I'm starting now because it's my show and I'll start early if I want to. I hate to have to wait. Hey, Kate's here. Hiya from Seattle. Janet's here. Hey, Janet. Debbie's here, and Debbie brought popcorn. Excellent. Love that. GLP1 journey in review. Hey, Allie and the doggos. Hey, Jazzy's here. What is up, my friend? Yeah, we had a bit of a puppy explosion. Hi, bud. No, it's okay. Yeah, we're just going to relax. We're going to relax. Okay? You're a good boy. All right. Hey, Venus is here. I love seeing you guys every week. Okay, so if you are new to the live, then make sure... Ooh, that was a big thunder. Did you guys hear that? We've got a big storm rolling in. So if something happens and the live cuts out, I lost power, and I'm sorry. But right now it's just kind of noisy. It's not raining or anything. So fingers crossed, we'll be okay. But if you're new to the live, first of all, make sure you say hello. I'd love to. I recognize lots of names. And if you have a question, make sure you do that. Q, Q, Q. Or the question marks, right? That way your question will stand out to me and I can help you out. So we got Mercedes and Sharon and Felicia. Hey there. Oh, Jess is right on point. Don't forget to hit that like button. Yes, hitting the like button definitely helps because it pushes the live out to everyone else. It says, YouTube algorithm says, oh, people like this. Great. Oh, no. Mary Beth says Countess of Shopping was shut down. Yeah. It's not just GLP-1 community, Disney community, right? Everybody, Kevin community, right, Kevin? Did your group get shut down? Yeah, puppy community. It's all over Facebook. It's redonkulous. I'm not gonna lie, but I'm keeping my fingers crossed that they will be able to pinpoint the problem and get us back up and running, because our group had gotten up to 9,000 members in the positive only support group. I mean, that's a good chunk of people. So if I have to, I'll just create a new group and put the stuff back up there and we'll start over. But I'm still, fingers crossed, holding out hope that they will get it figured out. Hey, Darlene. Denise says, hey, having difficult time reading the chat. Just had my eyes checked, so I have to read it later. Okay, that's no problem. When it comes to the questions, I try to put them up on the screen, so that might help you. And I read the question, so hopefully that will help you. Yeah, you had your eyes checked, so are they dilated? That's always fun, because then it's like huge. Okay. Judy's in the house. Jennifer's in the house. Hey, hey, hey. Ooh, Darlene is drinking Diet Orange Sunkist for my beverage tonight. Nice. Yes, started early. Oh my goodness. Okay. Sugar-free Sprite tea. Let me tell you about sugar-free Sprite tea. So I had never heard of the Sprite tea, and my moderators actually posted about it in our little mod group, and I thought it was a joke. You know how like you see things sometimes, like I'm a member of a really big pickle group because I love pickles. And so sometimes they'll post things and it's like pickle Sprite or, pickle something or other, right? Pickle Reese's cup, right? But it's not a real thing. Somebody just, was having fun. So I thought when they posted the Sprite tea that it was a joke. So I'm like, haha, yeah, that's pretty funny. That'd be kind of weird. No, it's a real thing. I felt like such a dummy. I was like, I thought this was a gag. It's not. Well, then, of course, I had to try it. So I got a hold of one I found it at Publix. And so I brought it home to my wife, who was thoroughly confused. And she was like, I'm sorry, this is what? And it's like a carbonated lemon tea. It's wild. It's wild. It was certainly worth trying one time for me personally. So, but I it's not my jam. I wouldn't buy it on a regular basis, but I did enjoy that it was not too sweet, because sometimes, they just go off the deep end with the sweetness. Like when I tried the Dr. Pepper blackberry sugar-free, oh, the flavor was great, but it was so sweet. It was just like, it was painful. All right, Mary Beth's doing crayon lemonade Celsius. Awesome. Hey, Joni's here. Hey there. I got the papaya enzymes and used them, and they work. Did you get seed? Yes. Yeah. So I have not heard from them, but if you guys are new and you're wondering what she's talking about, these are the enzymes. They're linked in the description box, and they're linked in the description box of all of my videos. I'm not affiliated with them, but these are affordable and they work great. If you are having any type of acid reflux, digestive issues, sulfur burps, feeling like that brick in your stomach, that stuff works fantastic. So, Kate, I'm so glad that they're working for you. I haven't heard back from Seed yet. I'm sure they probably get a lot of requests from people that are like, hey, I want to work for you. So figure I'll give him a little more time and then try again. Okay, Janet's got the Crystal Light iced tea. Nice. Hey, Cindy. So excited that everybody's here tonight. Hi from the heat wave state of New Jersey. Hey, Sai. So glad you're here. Okay, my bitter chickie, what is she drinking? I'm doing the new KOS hydration and protein drink mix. Okay, I'm not familiar with this. I'm not one of the cool kids. 60 calories, 12 grams of protein, and all the usual electrolytes. Huh. Okay, but what flavor is it? Are there multiple flavors? 12 grams of protein is pretty good, especially for that low of calories. That's pretty cool. Yeah, you have to let me know what flavor it is. Kim, I'm in Minnesota. It's been a monsoon all day. Yeah, it usually breaks out into rain in the afternoon here, like every day. It's like it gets to a certain heat point and then it's like rain, cool it off. And then it's, it's either clears skies all night or it's storms all night. And apparently we're going to be having storms all night. Strega, if you lose power, it's Zucker's fault. I know. Oh my goodness, Mindy. She's on the downsized sea cruise. How is it? Are you having so much fun? Oh my gosh, give me the inside scoop. Tell me all the crazy things. I want to know who's getting drunk and acting like a fool, Mindy. Tell me. Is it Chris or is it Lorraine? I want the tea. Mindy, you've got it. Let's hear it. I love that you're on the Wi-Fi on the cruise. That's awesome. Hey, Tammy. My bitter chickie, she says, they can take our group, but they'll never take our Shanannary. That's right. You're absolutely right. And here's the fit for today, if you can see it. Doc Holliday, my hypocrisy only goes so far. Love that. Bon voyage, Mindy. All right, let's see what Jess is drinking. Orange LMNT electrolyte tonight from my bevy of choice. I'm behind with my hydration today, so I'm glad we're getting a head start with the Shanannary. Absolutely. There's going to be a lot of Shanannary tonight. Because normally I have my group, which is, a good outlet for Shanannary. I haven't had any outlet other than my videos this week. By the way, who saw the video about the GLP1 patches? Right? Let me know if you watched that one. I've been pumping out a couple of videos this week. Hey, losing it Grays. Hey, Allie. Hello. Have you got any summer plans, summer trips planned? Just curious. I do not. I am looking at potentially doing a trip in the fall, but I'm just trying to coordinate everything. So my dad and I used to go to Disneyland. We lived in California when I was a wee squirt. And so I told him, I was like, hey, we should go to Disney World, as a vacation. So we're looking at potentially doing that. Just me and him. So like a little father-daughter thing later. But I want to do it like at the end of summer, so it's not quite so hot. So we'll see. But I'll keep you posted. That will make for some great videos, because then I can show you all the ridiculous food that they have there. We were talking about the meal plan, right? Because you can like pre-buy whatever meal plan. I was like, no, that's a terrible idea. Don't do that. I'm on a GLP-1. why don't we just like, you can have a meal plan, but like, let's just buy mine like as needed, because I just don't eat as much as I used to. But I'll keep you posted. Blue-eyed Fifi. Hi from Austin, Texas. Hello from Texas. Venus is drinking Dr. Pepper cream soda. 0. Love that. I'm a huge Dr. Pepper fan. I'm drinking Oath Clear Watermelon. It's not as good as the lemonade. Okay, well, thank you for letting me know, because I don't remember if I've tried that one or not. I think I tried the Raz, I think there is, or it's like a Cocoa Raz or something. I'm not sure. So, but thank you, Tammy, for letting me know. I'm kind of weird about watermelon. It's one of those flavors where if it's too artificially, then I'm not a fan. Hey, Q Cup, thank you. It's my Stan the man with the little chrome accent. This is just a hair thing. That's that same kind of chrome. You can't really tell. But and then this I got off of Shein. It's just one of those little bumpers. All the best stuff comes from Shein. But thank you. I have a video coming out soon that'll show you all my cups, because that was requested. So, Melanie says, Happy Shanannary Wednesday. Yes. Yes. So much shenanigans. Dawn says, hi, everyone. Drinking some hot tea tonight for the Shanannary. Yay. Dawn, I'm so glad you're here. Jennifer says, hello. Jennifer says, got the enzymes. They work. I'm telling you. Telling you. I do right by my peeps. Hey, Sharon. Sharon's drinking the black raspberry LaCroix. Oh, those are good. I used to be so addicted to LaCroix. Like just redonkulous with it. The Fit Auntie or Auntie, depending on how you like to say it. Hello. Hey, Shelly's here. Shelly in the house. Shelly in the house. Ooh, Mindy says we're having a blast. No one's drunk. But CD did line dance. Video coming soon. Excellent. Excellent. I look forward to seeing it. It'll be good. Okay, Melanie's drinking the lemon lime sports research hydrate electrolytes. I feel like some of these electrolyte drinks, like they've just got these really long names. Okay. My bit of chickie she's talking about. KOS comes in orange, mixed berry, and tropical, which is pineapple mango. That would be my jam. I'm drinking tropical tonight with some coconut skinny syrup. Oh, so you like jazzed it up. Nice. Loving that. Okay. Don't forget, guys, if you have questions. Oh, Mindy, I see your question coming up. Don't forget to do the QQQ or the question mark so I can see it. I'm trying to get a good angle here, and it's just messing me up. Bright Goddess says, Shanannary. Yes. I set my drink off to the side, and it was like too close to my mic, and I was about to pick up my mic. That would not have been a delicious drink. Hey, Black Squirrel's here. Hello. And Bright Goddess is in Maryland. Love that. TikTok shop. Okay. Shelly says, oh, great. Sure. Val Kilmer loved him. Me too. Me too. Okay. Mindy's got the question. What is the official spelling of Shanannary? Inquiring minds need to know. That is a very good question. So maybe I should put it in the chat. So Shenannary Shanannary? I don't know. It should be in the title. But honestly, I've spelled it different ways too, especially because my autocorrect always tries to change it. I'm probably telling you the wrong thing. Hang on. Okay. Oh no, it's Shanannary. So we got all the A's in there. We got a couple N's and then airy. Yeah. So you almost had it. So think Shanannary is how I spelled it. I don't know. Guys, I just made it up, okay? It doesn't matter how you spell it. I have ADD and I'm dyslexic, and I will know exactly what you mean no matter how you spell it. So don't you worry. That was a great question. My bitty chickie says, I'm your huckleberry. Oh, yes. Bright Goddess, the patch video was hysterical. Love that. You guys, okay, so whenever you're researching something, especially if it's on TikTok, it will bombard you with that thing. I want you to know that I have been trying to retrain my algorithm to get me away from those crazy patch commercials. It's been a mess. I'm like, I'm not interested. I'm not interested. I'm not interested. Okay. Black Squirrel is drinking Bai cherry water. Those are good. Those are very good. My bitter chickie, she's like, I spell it differently all the time, cover all the bases. Oh, yeah. Sasha, how did you keep it together? So that is the beauty of editing. There are a lot of times where I'll be in the middle of a thought or, in the middle of saying something or, getting to the punchline of a joke, and I'll start cracking up. You guys, like, I crack myself up. So then I have to edit or I have to redo it and then get through the joke and then laugh. So that's why a lot of those are kind of choppy, because I was just having fun. I've been having a lot of fun. The vids this week are fire. Thank you, Kate. Thank you. I've got so many that I need to do. What I need to do is like take a week off of work just to get me caught up on all the videos that I want to make, because there's so many interesting things that are going on. But that patches video came to me late at night, scrolling the TikTok, and I was like, I am so sick of these GLP1 patches. Like, what is going on? And then I watched a couple of the lives, and I was like, done. I have to parody this. This is ridiculous. Hey, Mineral Lady. It's okay. Don't even worry about being late. You are here, and you can always catch the replay on Thursday. So don't even worry. You're doing great. Watch the video of all the stickers all over you. It was priceless. Yeah, I had a lot of fun with that. It was hard to choose which stickers to do, but I went with the 8-bit because I figured they were fun and retro. Denise says, we're going to Disneyland at the end of September. There's the 70th anniversary celebration. See, that's fantastic. I love that. I want to say we went to Disney and it was the 50th anniversary. I don't remember. Don't quote me on that. But yeah. Da, da, da. All right. Everybody's talking about what they're drinking. Okay, Jennifer's got a question. I'm on my second week of tirzepatide, lowest dose, okay? After a 6-month stall on semi 2.4 and feeling snacky tonight, should I take another 2.5 midweek? Okay, so you'll have to let me know when your shot day is, Jennifer. You'll have to let me know when your shot day is. You're on your second week. The lowest dose of Triz. I don't know. I might give it another week. See, it takes 4 weeks for the GLP-1 to build up in your system. And even though you were on semaglutide, you got to remember these are not the same medication. So, but I feel you on the being snacky. And I do find that the majority of people that were previously on semaglutide who switched to tirzepatide, that they do an accelerated titration schedule. So always good to talk to your doctor about that. But yeah, let me know when your shot day is, because you need to wait at least 4 days. You can't like take them on top of each other. Kate is drinking boring water. Hey, that's okay. I love it. If you can do it, you're my hero, because I can't drink just water. I mean, I can and I do, but I really just prefer flavored stuff. Hey, Michelle's here. Hey there. Hey, Carol's here. I'm new here. Hello. Enjoy your channel. Thank you. Drinking strawberry lemonade Seek. That's a good one. Helps me get water down, trying to up my water since I started my GLP-1 journey. That's fantastic. Love that. I struggle to stay hydrated. So, and Carol, since you're new here, every time we say the word Shanannary, you have to take a drink. So we stay hydrated in this live. Okay. Donna said I bought the chewable electrolytes. Donna, what flavor did you get? Hang on. This is what we're talking about. For those of us that are bad at staying hydrated, these are the Salt Stick Fast Chews. This is in the coconut pineapple. I've actually gone through almost this entire thing. I'm going to eat one right now. They taste so good. Donna, you have to let me know what flavor you got. So, I do these because I'm really bad about staying hydrated. I'm also really bad about making an electrolyte drink and then not finishing it. This tastes like candy. It's so good. Cindy says, so exciting. My fasting insulin is down 21 points in 3 months. Holy cow. Hopefully I can stay on Mounjaro 2.5 a little while longer. Yeah. That's fantastic, Cindy. Great job. Love that. Shelly just got out of the pool. Well, that sounds like fun. I think inquiring minds want to know, did you pretend to be a mermaid in the pool? Because, I mean, I'm pretty sure all of our inner child, we know what that is. So, Shelly, let us know. Okay. Janet says, I never drink electrolytes. Should I be drinking them every day? I just drink iced tea every day. So, do you have to? No. There are a lot of people who struggle with various side effects like headaches. You know, they're not staying hydrated. They're, feeling yucky, like they just don't have any energy. And a lot of that can be related to being dehydrated. So do you have to drink an electrolyte every day? No. Before I started doing these, I did an electrolyte drink maybe once every 2 days. You don't have to drink them every day. Some people do, and they enjoy it and they like it and it helps them. I never really had issues with that. But these are phenomenal. So if you want to continue just drinking your tea, but you want to get in some electrolytes, these would be the way to go. I really need to link them in the description box because I'm in love and I cannot wait to try the other flavors. Lisa, late again. Dun dun dun. Gina's here. I love Wednesdays because Allie is live and shenanarous. I love that. I love it. Okay. Gina, I still say Allie should retire and do Shanannary full time. I would love to. I would love to. My YouTube channel would be like a TV channel. I would just be pumping out videos all day long. You could just tune in. It would be a lot of fun. Hey, Kimberly from Oregon. Ooh, Deb's got a question. Has anyone tried the clear protein from 1UP? I have not. So we'll have to get everybody to weigh in and let us know. They do have a couple of flavor options that look interesting to me. So I have spied them with my eye, but I haven't purchased any because I'm trying to work through everything that I have before I start buying more. So, but yeah, let us know, anyone in the comments. Clear protein from 1UP. Team Crunchy True Tide. It's Shanannary time. Yes, it is. Crazy Cat Lady in LA. Dun, 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 dun. Hey, Winnie B is here. Hello. Ooh, we got a question from Sasha. Can you do an updated video for us? Caremark peeps losing Zep next week and newest situations on compounds. Never been on them. Yeah, Sasha, let me know. Let me know. Are you looking into, like, you want recommendations for companies, or you're just looking like where to start? Because I've done a couple of updates for the Caremark videos, telling people kind of what they need to do as a workaround, right? So for many people, it's requiring you to go to Wegovy, do the Wegovy, make the preemptive appointments with your doctor, complain about all the side effects, how terrible it is, then ask for an exemption, right? And duke it out with the insurance company to try to get your Zepbound back. But aside from that, if you're looking for recommendations for telehealth companies, right, for compound, then definitely check out GLP1winner.com. That is the website that I recommend that people use so that they can kind of get a feel for all of them. Make sure you're looking at reviews. Make sure, you're searching, right? Look for whatever company name and do a search on TikTok, do a search on Google, put in company name and drama, right? And then watch some of the videos and see when they were posted and see if those companies are having problems. I know that specifically Brello, is having an issue right now with shipping to Florida. So otherwise, right, there are a lot of people that recommend them, but you just want to make sure that you're researching it. So yeah. My fit auntie. I started flavoring my water since my favorite YouTuber approved. Oh yeah. Always with the flavoring. Always. That sounds like a horse salt lick. Yowzers. Yeah. So you're talking about this one because it's called Salt Lick. Yeah, I agree. That was the first thing I saw. I was like, really, guys? We can come up with a better name than that? If I was naming this company, I would call it Electrolyte Candy for all of your hydration needs. Right? Not salt stick. Sounds like salt lick. Yeah. Anywho, it's delicious. Don't let the name fool you. Ooh, Donna said, got the berry flavor. So good. Okay, good. Good, good, good. I haven't decided what I keep meaning to buy some, but I haven't bought more. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh my gosh. So tired. I think it's the atmosphere change because of the weather. I decided not to be the mermaid. You're missing out. Thinking Friday would be a good day for being a mermaid. Absolutely. I agree. Oh, we got a comment. Okay. The way it is with April. Love that name. That's so cute. So April has tried the clear protein from One Up, lemon Italian ice. It's so good. Okay, good. That was one of the flavors that I was thinking about. So thank you for weighing in. See what I did there? Yeah, it was cheesy, but you loved it. Oh, but she said, but so pricey. Yeah. I feel like everything, protein and GLP1 related is like we can't seem to get away from high prices. Hey, Anita's here. No stickers left on your Bonnie Funny video from today. Yeah, I was tempted to make another video and leave a sticker on and just never address it in the video just for funsies so that only the people who watched the other video knew where that sticker came from. But unfortunately, my skin was already starting to get a little irritated. So I was like, nope, nope, nope. Let me take all these stickers off before it becomes a problem. But I was tempted. And then of course I immediately went into the bathroom and was like, wash everything, get all the sticker glue off of me. So I do have a little bit of sensitive skin, so I had to be careful, but it was a lot of fun. Okay, Valerie says I've tried the lemon Italian ice. It was okay. Won't be buying again. Okay. Good to know. Okay, Maribeth says, anyone in here ever done medical weight management in-person type clinic? That is a very good question. I personally have not, but there are a ton of people in our support group that's currently not open. Thanks, Facebook. There are a ton of people in there that do. What I find with these type of, medical weight management groups or businesses, I should say, is that the medication tends to be a little bit pricey. They tend to, not all of them, but they tend to pre-fill their syringes, which I personally am not a huge fan of. And it can be challenging knowing where it's coming from, and also what happens when there's an issue, like if it's coming from a compounding pharmacy and that pharmacy has a problem, right, then you end up having a problem. So it can be really challenging. And then usually with the medical weight management type places, they want you to come in and like weigh in every week, and but for some people it really works well for them. So I don't want to say a bunch of negative things, but that's been kind of my view of what they do. I don't want to say my experience because I haven't been to one. All right, Zeal electrolytes lemon berry. Huh, that sounds good. Losing It Gray says, Allie, what did you eat? What do you eat in a day? Just nosy. Well, I eat food. I'm just kidding. So do you want to know what I ate today? Because I remember what I ate today. So I'm really a creature of habit, and I am extremely boring when it comes to food. So, but I will say that usually today is, kind of what I go for. So I start off the day with a protein shake. I am not big into breakfast. Like, I like breakfast food, but I don't necessarily want to eat when I first get up. That has always been the case for me ever since I was a kid. This is not GLP-1 related. So, protein shake. Then I start in with, hydration, right? I get my water. Sometimes I'll go for a coffee, right? It just depends on what I'm in the mood for. Um, Sugar free, of course. And then for lunch, so today I did a little snack pack that I made. It has celery, carrots, the olive tamponade hummus pre-portioned into the container, right? So that I don't, because hummus is delicious, and next thing you know, you've eaten the whole container. Those mandarin oranges and some rotisserie chicken. Then snack time, I had a Bear Bells cookies and cream protein bar. Dinner, I had scrambled eggs with cheese in a low carb tortilla. Oh, and cherry 7 Up. So as you can see, not super exciting, but I love that you're nosy. So, but be aware, I'm an open book. So if you ask me questions, I will answer them. But yeah, I have a tendency to get on a kick, and then I'm on that kick for like a week or two, and then I get on another kick. So this week I've been doing a lot of the scrambled eggs with cheese on the little low carb tortillas. I'll eat it for lunch, I'll eat it for dinner, I'll eat, So that's kind of been my latest obsession. But last week it was rotisserie chicken in a Caesar salad mix that was very finely chopped up and put into a big low carb tortilla. So effectively a chicken Caesar wrap. But when I say I'm like packing in the lettuce, I mean, I am packing in. I cut it up so small so that I can fit as much lettuce as possible in that wrap. So it's fun, it's fast, it makes me happy. So yeah, great question. Great question. You're nosy and I like it. Woo, do. Okay. Oh, Venus says, I've tried the 1-Up lemon ice and the new cherry flavor. I like the taste, a little costly. Okay, fair enough. Oh, Valerie said, someone I work with gets her Zepbound through Walmart Pharmacy. They don't use CVS Caremark. She said she got an approval, though, through the insurance company, not PBM, where Walmart doesn't. Valerie, I'm not so sure about this. This is someone you work with, so do they have the same insurance as you and you're losing access because of CVS Caremark? So Caremark is the PBM, right? They manage everything having to do with the formulary and PAs and getting access to meds in layman's terms. So going through Walmart Pharmacy, unless your coworker is paying out of pocket, which would be fine. I mean, you could do that anywhere, right? And that would not go through Caremark. But if they also have the same plan as you and it's CVS Caremark is the PBM, there's no getting around that. Unless someone at Walmart is just screwing up her prescription, in which case I hope they are. I hope they are, because that would be a beautiful thing. But assuming that there's not some other layer, like, does this coworker have secondary insurance because of a spouse who works somewhere else, right? And maybe they're running it through there. There's a lot of things at play here. But I would be willing to bet that they're not, like, getting around the PBM. That's challenging to do. But it's very interesting. So let me know, Valerie. Okay. Gina said, I was going to ask if you still had sticker shock from removing them all. Yes. Oh, this is a good one. Judy said, drinking the Sonic Ocean water. Love that. For those of you who don't know, sometimes going to your little podunk, store, Dollar General, Dollar Tree, like those little tiny stores where you find a lot of plastic and junk, sometimes they have great options when it comes to water flavoring. And I think Dollar General is where I get my Sonic Ocean water. Love it. Love it. Okay, Sasha said yes, recommendations, going to try and appeal for severe OSA, was on Wegovy for a year and a half, stalled last 3 months of 2024, went to ZEP, end of March, broke stall. Do the compounds have to have something else in them? Yes. So the compounds they'll be mixed with something else, right? That's the only way they can stay on the market currently. So most of the time it's going to be like B12 or B6 or, something like that, something small that it'll be mixed with. Not a huge deal, but yeah, definitely check out the GLP1winner.com and start your research there. It'll be a good option. There are a lot of companies that are running sales right now. So kind of read about them and then go see what it is that they're doing. But don't forget the part where I said, make sure you look up company name, drama on TikTok, on YouTube, on Google. Do that first. Okay. Carol says, hey, girl, hey. Thank you for the video on Jaclyn Hill. Great. What a wonderful way to challenge others to think without emotion. Yes. My life would likely have been so different if weight loss occurred much younger. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you, Carol. I think I remembered your comment on the video too. It was one of those things where, so when videos like this come out, I like to watch and see what other people are saying. And unfortunately, when her video came out, I was like, oh, she is going to get absolutely slammed. She's going to get slammed from every possible direction because she was kind of wishy-washy, right? She was kind of all over the place. And also, she wasn't overweight or obese to begin with, which means automatically people are going to attack her. And then on top of that, if you layer in, right, the people that make it their life's mission to, poke holes in somebody's story, it was just really saddening to watch. So I watched some other videos that came out, and I just realized the more of them that I watched that I was like, you know what? I don't agree with any of this. So that's why I made my video. But Carol, I'm so glad that you loved it. I'm so glad. Because I'm always on the edge about those kind of videos because I think it's important conversations that we need to have, right, as a community. But at the same time, there are a lot of people that are not ready to have that conversation. There were people in the comments of my video that were like, no, If I had been given access to a GLP-1 earlier, I would not have done it because I was, in the headspace of this is all my fault because that's all the medical community ever told me, right? So it's one of those touchy kind of things. But I think that it's good that we think about them and we think about the future of where GLP-1s are going because eventually I personally think that it's just going to be a household name and it's going to be as common as taking a multivitamin. Like, oh, what multivitamin do you take? Oh, I take mega foods. Well, what multivitamin do you take? Well, I do, blah 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 vitamin name, right? And it'll just be that common and everybody will do it. I think that's where we're headed. We're not there yet, but I think that's where we're headed. What kind of food? Good food. Gina said, my daughter made twice baked spaghetti, squash spaghetti. Oh my gosh, that sounds amazing. For dinner, and it was bomb. Yeah, it sounds bomb. Sounds like bomb.com. She's 30 and doesn't cook much, so we are rejoicing. That's fantastic. I love that. You had me a baked spaghetti, whether it was spaghetti or spaghetti squash, or it's all good. Love that. Okay, Anita says, have you decided on a goal, weight, or size? You look amazing. First of all, thank you very much. So I haven't decided on a goal weight. I am currently about 10 to 15 pounds from being in a healthy weight, according to BMI, which we all know is garbage. So, and I'm currently a size 12 for pants. Part of that is because I'm having to accommodate for some loose skin. And then, yeah. Oh, size medium for a shirt. So, yeah. So I don't really have a goal. I'm looking forward to being in a healthy range, right? Which is kind of like my doctor's goal, which doctors, who needs them? But yeah, so I mean, I'm working towards that, but I don't have something in mind, which is really wild because for the first time in my life, I'm not obsessing about the number on the scale. I'm not obsessing about the size. I'm just going with the flow, right? I'm just working on me and doing the best I can for me. And the weight loss is kind of coming with it. Now, I didn't start out that way. I mean, I always started out without a weight goal. But I didn't start out not, looking at that scale and, doing my spreadsheet and blah, 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 right? I started out really focused on all of that. But now that I've lost 122 pounds and I can pretty much shop, anywhere and find something, right? Size 12 is pretty reasonable. Yeah, I don't know. Anita, it's a really good question. I'm kind of happy where I am right now, but at the same time, right, I'm still dealing with some loose skin. And also I have some strength training goals, so that may end up affecting the weight, right? So what may happen is that I get down to a lower weight, but in building muscle, right, I may gain weight. So that's one of the reasons why I'm not as focused on the weight. Um, but great question. I am super happy with the size that I am right now. So that's really new for me. It's really weird. It feels weird. Feels weird because I've been so miserable for so long. I mean, I've been morbidly obese my entire adult life. So, yeah, I feel weird. Good, but weird. Thank you, Anita, for your question to remind me that I feel weird. I'm just kidding. It was a great question. All right. Gina says Dollar Tree is my jam. Oh, the Margaritaville flavors. Yes, I have all of those. I keep them in stock. Yes. Sasha, got a question. Can I ask your thoughts on mochi? No. Okay. All right. Let me be serious. I'll stop playing around. Can I ask your thoughts on mochi? On on mochi. Don't do it. Fridays. Okay. Have been on a GLP winner site. It's amazing. Found it because of you. Okay, great. Fridays. Good. Good. Mochi. Mm. Ooh. So there you go. That is my have you seen those videos where the gym bros are like, I'm gonna review these protein shakes without using words. And then they like take a sip of something, right? They're like, "Ooh, ooh, ooh, bleh." Right. I feel like that's what I just did. I was doing a review of the telehealth companies that you listed without words. So, Sasha, I hope you enjoyed that. Cosmic Beauty 888. Hey there. I'm so glad that you're here. Kate says I hit normal BMI this week, but more importantly, I hit adequate body fat last week. Nice. Very nice. Uh-oh. Mercedes has a question. Shanannary. Well, there you go. We've all got a drink. People are laughing at my mochi reaction. I can see it further down in the comments. Okay. DJ says, hey, Allie. I say, hey, DJ. Late but here. Good. Better late than never. Love all the encouraging info you put out for us semi-newbies. Yeah. Well, I'm so torn, about a lot of the content that's available, right? Especially for newbies or even those that are, just kind of in the beginning of their journey, because there's so much information out there that is just absolute garbage. And, it can be hard to kind of wade through all of that. So, yeah, I am definitely here to encourage and help. Gina says, mochi, just say no. Gina, I think you're confusing mochi with drugs. Just say no. I'm just kidding. Yeah. Everybody loved the mochi reaction. Yeah. I know that there are a lot of people, whenever I give mochi a hard time, there are a lot of people that use them that have been using them or recently started using them, and they're having, success and they're perfectly fine. Their company, in my opinion, is just having way too much turmoil. Like, don't even. Why would you want to get caught up in that if you didn't have to, right? Now, the other thing that I will say that kind of ties in with mochi is many of these companies are doing subscription fees. And if you run into a situation where you need to file either with your credit card or whatever, your bank, to get a refund, right? If something goes wrong, it is very challenging to get the subscription fee back, because the medication and the subscription fee are two separate things, and they do that on purpose. So just a little food for thought. Just keep that in mind. All right. DJ said, it's amazing when you feel relaxed and at ease about where you are with your weight. Yes. and all the focus changes to body composition and working on your mindset. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. There's a lot of people that, um, comment on my videos and they're like, oh, I can't wait till you get to maintenance because it'll be so interesting to see your take on maintenance. And I'm like, I did essentially a self-induced stall and did maintenance. I didn't change my dosing, which, many people in maintenance do so that they don't continue to lose weight. But, um, there are a lot of people that are scared of actually reaching their goal and actually going into maintenance. And then what? Right? Because we've worked so hard for so long with all of these unachievable goals. And now we're actually reaching them and we're going, now what do I do with myself? So, yeah, the body composition and working on mindset is a big one. That is definitely a big one. Sasha said, oh my God, the last I've gotten from you today. Thanks so much for your honesty. Absolutely. Anytime. Honesty is my jam. Not everybody likes it, but most everybody here does. By the way, if you haven't already, make sure that you hit that like button. Okay? We got a ton of people in the live tonight. Remember, by hitting that like button, it pushes the video out to the rest of my subscribers. So it's definitely good to hit that like. If you're in the chat, you may have to minimize the chat in order to hit the like button. So, all right. Sherry says, hi, Allie. Hello. I've lost 60 lbs. That's fantastic. And on maintenance, I'm going to stay on Zep. Do you think I will gain the weight back while still on the highest dose I was on when I started maintenance? Okay, so there are a couple of things that you'll want to keep in mind when you're doing maintenance. You'll need to monitor for at least a month or two to see if you are continuing to lose weight at whatever dose you're on when you go into maintenance. For some people, they continue to lose weight and they have to drop down in dose, right, for maintenance. For others, they stay where they're at. And for some people, they stay where they're at until that dose stops working for them, right? They're no longer able to maintain their weight and they start gaining weight and then they go up in dose. So it really depends on what you are experiencing as far as maintenance calories, right? Go lay down, bud. Can you go lay down? What's happening? You're pushing me away from the table. What's going on? Do you need to talk about calories? Do you need to talk about crunchy True Tide? What? What's going on? Okay. All right. Here. Good boy. Be careful. Be careful. Good boy. All right. Y'all just sit tight. I think your mom's eating dinner. So yeah. So as far as gaining the weight back, it really depends on, you said you're at the highest dose. So there are people that have challenges where the highest dose stops working and they go down in dose and they get their suppression back. So it's kind of a trial and error that you may have to do. So, all right, let me scroll back up here. Okay. All right, I'm going to let them out really quick. I don't know where my wife is. So, talk amongst yourselves. I'll give you a topic. Jess wants to know what we think about mochi. Okay, I'll be right back. All right, come on, guys. Here, come on, Kevin. Okay. Backstreet's back. All right. Okay. Jess says, Allie, but how do you really feel about mochi? All I saw were your facial reactions because of the Zepbound side effects, nausea and vomiting, right? It's so funny. I couldn't tell how you felt about mochi. Yeah. Yeah. It's just one of those things, right? Like sometimes you can't stay on the top forever. Sometimes you're going to crumble. And I kind of feel like, in my opinion, they're crumbling. It's not a good look when your own employees are suing you, right? Like pharmaceutical companies suing you. Okay, fine. I think we collectively could be like, all right, we could kind of overlook that. But when your own employees are suing you, that's not really a good look. So, okay. Gina says, are there a lot of us who had weight loss surgery 5 years ago, failed for me, that are now finding success on GLP-1? Yes. Yes. And as far as a lot goes, um, there is a ton. I would say people who had weight loss surgery, I think I've seen anywhere from 8 to 2 years ago. A lot of those people are now on GLP-1s. And I think that previously, weight loss surgery was kind of like the gold star, the only option, right, for weight loss. But now that we have these GLP-1s and they're just going to keep getting better every year, better and better and better, and combos and do this and do that, right? It's going to become more customized to exactly what you need. I think it's just a matter of time before weight loss surgery is used as, like drastic measures, right? Rather than, to help your average Joe. And I think that's one of the reasons why I'm starting to see more and more of these weight loss surgeons doing advertising commercials, pitching their stuff on TikTok specifically. And they're making a lot of really outlandish claims like, oh, well, yeah, you could do a GLP-1, but then you got to be on a shot forever. If you do this surgery, you could just fix it all in one go. Except that's not the case because of this right here. People who have had the weight loss surgery are now getting on GLP-1s because it doesn't fix anything. It doesn't do as good a job as they claimed for so long. So I'm glad that many people who had weight loss surgery are now finding success with GLP-1 meds. And I think it's just going to keep getting better. Okay. Mary Beth says, I lost my mediation money. Would help if I could read. That'd be good. Reached maintenance, 1 month, no med, inflammation and fibromyalgia returned. Yeah, that's pretty common. PCP is one who suggested the clinic. Okay. Was to call today, but forgot. I'm afraid all symptoms. Yeah. I would say give it a go. Go there. Look at what they're doing, see what they're doing, right? Because maybe that one's not a good fit for you, but maybe a different one would be. So. Losing a Gray says, downsizing diva is spilling the tea of your upcoming interview. How fun. Yes. So for those of you who don't know, downsizing diva, Shay, I did an interview with her and we had a blast. Phenomenal interview. I really, really like her. So yeah, we had a great time. And she said that she was going to be putting it out. So once I get my hands on the link, I will definitely be sharing it in the group. So I'll keep you guys posted, because it was really fantastic. Love her. Kate said, "Is Timmy stuck in the well, Kevin?" Yes, he was. He was. Kevin, for those of you who are new, Kevin is the whippet. He is extremely needy, and his medication has worn off at this point in the evening, so he becomes a little more anxious, and he tends to want my undivided attention. Gina said, "They are still emailing me on the regular, and I never even ordered from them." That's so funny. Okay, Bright Goddess says, "I just started with Mochi 3 weeks ago. I like the experience that I had with the telehealth visit and received my medication very quickly. However, they have lawsuits. Time will tell." Yeah. And this is very common that I've heard from people who have joined recently. Um, a lot of the people who had challenges were previous customers, or they just started around February, March, April. That's kind of when everything hit the fan and kind of went sideways. So yeah, but I think it's fantastic that they've got it together, and you got your medication very quickly. To me, that's the most important thing. Like, telehealth companies, are they price gouging you? No? Good. Are they getting you the meds safely and fast? Also good, right? If you like your doctor, great. Those are the kind of things that I care about. So Sasha said, "Oh, employees suing them. Did not hear that." Yes. Yeah, they have an employee that is suing them. It's kind of like a whistleblower situation. I don't remember all of the details. I just saw it when it first came out and was like, geez, they just cannot get a break. But yeah, yeah, it's not good. And from what I've heard, don't quote me on this, their staff, it's been like a massive turnover. So, but hopefully it will be good, right? Because people are getting their meds, and they're getting their act together. So that's the part that I care about. I can afford mochi. I didn't order for 2 months when all the drama was going on, but I'm ordering again. My provider is fantastic. Good. But I'm still unhappy with them in general. Yeah. Yeah, Billy, this is true of a lot of people. And there are a lot of people that kind of paused their subscription and then jumped over to, various other companies. And then they're kind of coming back. And I think that is a really smart tactic, especially with the kind of compounding landscape that we have currently with like lawsuits and Eli Lilly and like all this stuff that's happening and pharmacies getting in trouble and blah 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 blah. I think that we've reached a point where it's smart to not have all of your eggs in one basket. I think that's really the way to go. So, like, if you had something with Mochi, and then while you're with them, you jump over to another one, right? It's called telehealth hopping. I think that's smart, because then if you're already established with more than one and something happens, right? Hopefully, it wouldn't happen to both of them, and you could, easily hop over to the other one. So, I think that's kind of like the smart play right now. Joanna, have I missed any roasting yet? No, we don't have any trolls in the house tonight. It's been very low key, very cool. Everybody's just hanging out. No craziness yet. But we do have a lot of people in the live, which is great. Okay. Dun, dun, dun. Gina said, but Kev is the sweetest. He doesn't know it's Wednesday. I know. He is the good boy. The two most fun GLP-1 queens, serving Shanannary and sass. Absolutely. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to the Downsizing Diva interview to go live. She texted me earlier today and she was like, okay, I'm going to get it loaded. And I'm like, okay, you better get on it, girlfriend. So Shelly says, I had weight loss surgery in 2010, was not successful losing weight, started Zepbound March 2024. I've lost 100 pounds and I'm the lowest weight ever. Oh my gosh, Shelly, I love that for you. See, that's the kind of success story that I love. That's phenomenal. And I love that people that have had weight loss surgery have this as an option, right? Because there's so many online that have not yet gotten into a GLP-1 and they're so frustrated either with not losing weight or having lost weight and spent thousands and thousands of dollars on skin removal surgery just to turn around and gain weight back. Like a lot of people are really struggling. So Shelly, I love this for you. And, it just reminds me that we should all be super grateful for GLP-1s and everything that they do. I promise not to get mushy on you though, but yeah. Okay. Jay says, Allie, in advice to stop food noise, I'm 65 pounds down. Great. 9 months, but craving the bad stuff. Okay, so Jay, I have a few questions for you. When you say bad stuff, what do you mean? Are we talking calorie dense foods like fast food? Are we talking sugary foods like desserts? What is the bad stuff to you? Secondly, there is no bad stuff. I know, right? We've been told our whole lives, these are the good foods, these are the bad foods. It's just food. There's no good or bad. If you are craving something, it's likely because you want it, right? But just because you want it doesn't make it good or bad. So, for example, one of the things that has really helped me as a food addict on a GLP-1 is when I have a craving, and I have a tendency to go high carb, calorie dense, right? So high carb chips, things of that nature, and then also fast food, right? Calorie dense. What helps me is if I just have a very small amount of whatever that thing is, or if I do kind of a modified version of that thing. So, for example, a couple of weeks ago, I was craving cheesecake. I don't normally crave sweets, but it was like, you ever have those days where it's like every commercial is in your brain and you're going, Facebook, how did you know that I wanted cheesecake? And then it's like Cheesecake Factory commercial. And then it's like, look, Marie Callender's cheesecakes on sale at Publix, right? It's like, for some reason, that always happens. So instead of sitting down and eating a huge cheesecake, which would likely make me feel yucky on a GLP-1, just to be honest. So I opted for the sugar-free cheesecake pudding mix, mixed it with a vanilla protein shake, and put fresh fruit on top. I got all of the cheesecake goodness without all the guilt. But I still got to satisfy that craving. Another thing I would do is just have a single slice of cheesecake. Now, how do you do that? I like to go to the bakery where they've got those single slice options, and I just buy that. Is it cost effective? No. Does it satisfy my craving without having an entire cheesecake in the house? Yes. And sometimes you have to work within what you can handle. So anyway, Jay, you'll have to let me know. Let me see if Jay responded while I was blathering on. Boop, 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 boop. Okay, not yet. Okay. So yeah, so let me know what it is that you're craving. A lot of times, especially if it's carbs, you may be under consuming. So if you're not tracking your calories, then definitely do that for a couple of days. If you don't want to do it every day, I understand. Definitely do that and see if you are coming in really low, because I also find that for many people who come to me for help, when they get to that point and they're like, oh my gosh, I've lost all this weight, the cravings are really bad. When we take a look at their calories, they're actually not eating enough. Or they're eating more carbs than protein, right? Protein's going to keep you fuller longer. Carbs, delicious, love them, definitely want them in your diet, but they're not going to keep you as full. So sometimes it can just be a matter of pairing up the foods together. For example, yesterday I was craving the 4-cheese rice-a-roni. Don't ask. But they come in like these little singular things. Okay, well, that's all carbs, right? It's rice. It's rice and cheese. So what did I do? I added a bunch of chicken to it. So now it's like a complete meal. Did I get to satisfy that craving? Absolutely. But I also made it a better choice by pairing it, right, the carbs with the protein. So anyway, Jay, if you want to tell me more about it so I can give you some more specific advice, then definitely comment and let me know. Gina said, semaglutide was the same for me. Swore off GLPs for a year. Then I found Allie and got brave enough to try again. Good. I'm glad. Okay. Essay says, yay, I made it to the live. Woohoo! My PA expired. Call PCP to submit a new one. Receptionist said, doctor no longer is prescribing weight loss meds. What the heck? Found a new PCP. Yeah. This is a lot more common than people realize. So these doctors, I mean, it takes up a lot of time. I think the last kind of estimation of time was that just GLP1s, okay? So not even counting all the other PAs they have to do. Just GLP1s take up anywhere from 15 to 20 hours a week. That's a part-time job. And if the office has a full-time person doing just PAs, that means half of the PAs that they're doing are for GLP1s. Right? Like it's incredibly time consuming for them and frustrating, because let's just be honest, most of the time they're going to submit them, especially if it's for weight loss, right? And not diabetes. They're going to submit them. It's going to get denied. They're going to have to duke it out. They're going to have to go back and do it again. And right. It's like this whole horrible thing. So yeah, a lot of doctors are doing this. I personally am glad that your doctor, right, is stopping doing this, because the fact that they didn't contact you to tell you, hey, we're no longer prescribing this med, they just let your PA expire and then let you find out that way. I don't like that. That's not good business, in my opinion. So I'm glad that you found somebody else, because if you're going to make some kind of decision like that about your practice, in my opinion, as someone who worked for 11 provider practice, you need to contact your patients and let them know, hey, by the way, I'm not doing this anymore, right? Like when I worked at the 11 provider practice, they decided we're not taking Medicare anymore. So guess what? We had to contact all the Medicare patients and let them know, right? Because you don't just let people find out the next time they make an appointment or the next time they go to send in a PA. Like that's not cool, in my opinion. But I'm glad that you found another doctor. Okay, Bright Goddess says, has anyone had experience with orderly meds? Yes, we do have some in the house that have had experience with orderly meds. Orderly meds has some really interesting kind of plans for the future. If you haven't seen that video that I did on orderly meds, definitely go check it out because they are really late to the game about creating their own compound pharmacy that's going to be opening later this year. I have an idea. Let's have a telehealth company that utilizes compound pharmacies. And then let's wait until there's like these big lawsuits and they're going to get everything shut down. And then let's build a compound pharmacy. Yeah, that sounds like a great idea. I don't know who came up with that, but I would love to sit down with them and pick their brain and be like, dude, what took you so long to come up with that plan? Anyway, if you haven't seen that video, go check it out. But yeah, if you guys are in the comments and you've used Orderly before and you want to give Bright Goddess a heads up about your thoughts about them, definitely go for it. Oh, Jennifer said, I used Orderly and they were fine, but $3.99 a month. I had to go back to Mochi, so gonna leave it with Orderly just in case. Yeah. Yeah. A lot of these companies are now ordering. Sorry. I'm getting tired, guys. I'm so sorry. A lot of companies are offering a 3-month supply. I want to say that Brello is one of those companies that's doing a 3-month supply. Fridays, IVIM, Amble. You'll just have to compare prices and see what works for you. You also need to check and make sure that whoever you go with, right, they ship to your state. That's the first thing you should check and then kind of go from there. All right, Jess says, how many members are you up to now on the YouTube? Well, that's a very good question. Let's take a look here. 8,836. We're going to get there. We're going to get to that 10K mark. I'm excited. Maybe when I get to 10K, I'll do something wild. Well, I'm always doing something wild, but maybe I'll do something wilder. So, Jess, you'll have to help me think of something to do. Any plans for our next member only live? Yes. We need to do another one. This week, unfortunately, is not a good week for me. Just from a work perspective, end of the month can be challenging, but I am looking at potentially something. Oh, and then we've got the 4th of July coming up. So people will be, like vacationing and stuff. Okay. Jess, we're going to come back around to this. Maybe after the holiday, after the 4th, we'll do something, or maybe we'll fit something in beforehand. We'll take a look. But yes, we're definitely going to do it again. Okay. Jay says sugary foods. Okay. So your body may be looking for, like, especially if you're having the cravings in the afternoon or at night, your body may be looking for a pick-me-up in energy. So I would try to do something where you're pairing a carb with a protein, because that's been really helpful for me. Again, I don't get a lot of sugar cravings, but I do get them. The other thing is, one of the things that has really helped me is to have some really fantastic protein bars on hand that straight up taste like a candy bar. Because if I'm having a sugary craving and I eat something that is pretty close to being like a candy bar, I immediately feel better. And then I don't have all the guilt that goes with it because it was a protein bar, right? Had protein, had fiber, had sugar, had carbs. It's good. So if you have not tried the Bear Bells, BARE Bells, um, protein bars, definitely look into giving those a try. Those are the ones that I have found that are just phenomenal at satisfying that sweet urge. The other thing is make sure that you keep one with you all the time. So if you work outside of the home, you're going shopping, you're going out with friends, you're doing whatever, make sure you've got a bar with you because that sugary craving can hit you at any time. And if you've got that bar, you can immediately start to eat it and feel better. And a lot of, the concerns, right, with the binging, the faster you can address the feeling that you're having, the better off you're going to be, in my opinion. That's what works for me and for binging. If I am pushing it off and pushing it off and pushing it off, and I'm like, oh, I just ate lunch, an hour ago. I really shouldn't be eating something sweet. I need to wait until such and such time, right? Like that postponing of the food is what gets me into trouble. So if I just ate lunch an hour ago and now I'm craving something sweet, okay, let's bust out this protein bar. Let's see how we feel after that. So definitely give that a try. And the key is to have something on hand. So, and there's lots of really good options, for protein snacks that are like sweet. So what is it? Protein bites, prime bites, the little muffins. I love those. Um, Biocare has some awesome bars that are very much like candy. I have those linked in all of my videos. The cinnamon is my personal favorite. But if you like chocolate, like they have chocolate options, there's a bars bundle that I have specifically put together for people. Phenomenal. I love all of them. There's also a coupon code, right, that you can use every single time you order. Get 20% off. Phenomenal. Love that. So having those things on hand can really help you. So give that a try, Jay. And then, when we do our live next week, come back and let me know if that's helping you. I think Quest does like candy, which is an option. I've also reviewed some fiber candy, right? So maybe you're not going the protein route, but if you do a fiber candy, right, it's helping you reach your fiber goal, but it's also, sweeter. That could be an option too. I've reviewed some of those in my reviews playlist. So definitely check those out as an option too. And have an assortment. Have it on hand, right? And hopefully that'll help. All right, Carol says, what snack have you discovered on this journey that is a steady go-to for you? It's cottage cheese chips in the microwave for me. I don't know what cottage cheese chips in the microwave are, Carol. What is this Shanannary that you speak of? Cottage cheese chips in the microwave? Carol, I think you're pulling my leg. Is this like the Sprite tea thing? Carol, you have to tell me what that is. So my go-to, my ultimate go-to is the Biocare cinnamon bar. Morning, noon, and night, I could have that bar. It is so, so good. It's not like anything else that's on the market. It's phenomenal. So that's kind of my go-to sweet item. And then for like a salty snack, I would say the legendary chips, right? Ranch. They've got a whole bunch of different flavors. I like those. One thing that I love about those is I can't eat a whole bag. So it's actually 2 servings for me, which is great. I do like cottage cheese, Carol, so you're gonna have to tell me what this is. Another thing that I like to do is cottage cheese, rotisserie chicken, and Frank's hot sauce. That's right, I put that on everything. Um, so yeah. But let me know about this cottage cheese chips thing. I'm not sure what it is you're talking about there. That sounds interesting. Gina, please explain cottage cheese chips. Yeah. Okay, Jay. Did you guys hear Sega sighing underneath me? Okay, Jay said, I keep hovering 65 to 68 pounds for the last 4 weeks. I wonder if that's why I'm stalled. So, if you've been on the same dose for the last 4 weeks, or if you're on tirzepatide and you're on a zero point 0.5 dose, that's very common. It's just kind of part of it. Usually, that is an indicator that it may be time to go up in dose. But of course, you always want to talk to your doctor. But if you're having increased food noise, cravings, and your weight's been hovering for 4 weeks or longer, right, it may be time to go up in dose. But, all of the other suggestions that I gave you too can also help. So definitely try those. Okay. Kim's got a question. Wondering when you're going to get those gorgeous glasses from your vision board a year ago. Oh my goodness, Kim. The glasses from my vision board? Hang on. Do you mean these? This one? Kim, you'll have to let me know if this is the one that you mean. Let me know. I think those were the only glasses that I had on the vision board. I'm currently changing over my vision board. Kim, I can't believe you remembered that. That's wild. Kim is very observant. Okay, let me know if that's the one you're talking about. Ooh, Mercedes. Yep. Cheesecake yogurt, fresh berries. Absolutely. Mary stopping by to say hello. Hello. Thanks for stopping by. Where you going? What you doing? Where you been? Okay. Doopy 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 doo. Oh, Carol was like, "What glasses are on the vision board?" So, I'm still trying to work my way down, but I think it's these. I think these were the only glasses that I had on my vision board. I think. Well, these other ones are very similar to what I have now, right? But then I think these are the ones that Kim's talking about, but I'm sure that Kim will let us know. Oh, okay. Kate said orderly has been okay. Have to nag about getting meds though. Okay. Good to know. Good to know. Hey, Wayne's here. Love your comments on that video. Cracks me up every time. Love that. We'll check out that video. Thank you. Absolutely. It's Wayne's World. It's Wayne's World. I couldn't help it. I'm sorry, Wayne. I love you. Oh, here we go. Sai says orderly sent me 3 months of meds with the best use by date before I would need the third dose. Oh, that's right. Right. Yeah, that's not good. That's because they're currently working through the stock that they have on hand Not an excuse, but I'm explaining, how it happened. Gina, woohoo for 8,800. Yeah, we're almost to 10,000. We're going to get there. We're going to get there. Oh, Mary Beth, 10K live pajama party sold. Bright Goddess is in, sold. I think that's an awesome idea. Okay, Darlene says another good protein bar. If you like marshmallow, our Built Bar ones, coconut is my favorite. That's a very good one. Yeah. The puff bars are very marshmallowy too. They're like real. If texture is not your thing, don't do that one. Sharon said an Orderly affiliate posted a video saying you can't patent a peptide. So that is why the owner of Orderly isn't worried. Yeah, so this is currently something that Empower, which is another compound pharmacy, is suing Eli Lilly about. They're saying that you can't patent a peptide. Now, I don't know if that's going to hold up. I don't know. I'm not a lawyer and I don't play one on TV. But it's an interesting concept. It would also explain why when they are going after all these compounding pharmacies and all the suing that they're doing, that they're not doing it under the guise of patent infringement, right? Which would make sense. If you was a lawyer, you wouldn't be like, hey, we got this patent that we really shouldn't have, but we're going to sue you over it, right? If you don't want that thing highlighted, you would go after them for something else like marketing or unsafe practices or advertising or trademark infringement, right? So it's very interesting. But we'll just have to see how it all plays out. Gino, what is that Sprite tea actually about? It is a Sprite drink that is Sprite and sweet tea. It's a drink. I do not recommend that you buy an entire case of it without trying it first, because my wife and I tried it. And while we thought it was very interesting and kind of fun to just have one to split, I don't see us ever drinking it again. But it was interesting. It was doubly fun for me because, again, I thought it was a joke. I thought I was being pranked by my moderators, and they were like, oh, look at this tea that's Sprite and tea all in one. And I was like, haha, you guys got me. No, it was a real thing. It was a real thing. It was a real boy. Okay. Oh my gosh. Carol, did you tell us what the cottage cheese thing was and I missed it? What is going on? What is happening? I need to know about cottage cheese chips. Don't make me Google it. Carol, where are you at? Did I miss the part where you told us what it was? Because it looks like DJ is already all over it. Look, clappy clappy. I need to know what we're clapping for. Oh, Sharon says your interview. I'm getting tired. I'm sorry. Your interview with Downsizing Diva is online. Fantastic. We're all going to go watch it right after this. I'm going to have to jump off of here soon because I am starting to get tired. I get tongue-tied when I get tired. Oh, she must have posted it and I missed it. Carol, don't fail me now. I need you to repost the cottage cheese chips because I missed it. I'm so sorry. Now everybody's talking about it and I'm having FOMO. Okay. Jay says, thank you. You're very welcome. I appreciate you. And yes, I'm on 12.5. Okay. Understood. Doctor wants me to stay on a little longer since I am 40 pounds from my goal. You are the best, by the way. By the way, you are the best, Jay. So let's just get that straight. Now that we work that out. Yeah, I completely understand. And since you're on 12.5, right, there's only one more level to go. So if you can ride it out, right, really increase that protein, try some of the hacks that I mentioned. If you can, keep it going, then go for it. If not, then talk to your doctor about going up to 15. Because what you don't want to do is you don't want to you don't want to backslide, right? Because that's not fun for anybody. So I think you got this. I think you can do it. Oh no. Carol, I see you commenting, but you're not telling me how to do the thing. I'm going to have to look up how to do cottage cheese chips. Okay, Reese. Oh, sorry, Reese. Let me try that again. Oh, no. My mouse dying? What's happening? Okay. Signed up on Saturday, had my online appointment on Tuesday, and my meds have shipped and are supposed to be here Friday. I'm new to this journey and I'm excited. That's fantastic. So you said you signed up on Saturday. Who'd you sign up with? If you want to say. You don't have to. I'm just curious. But that's fantastic. Love that. It's going to be great. I'm sure you're excited and you're nervous, but you got this. You got this. And you've already found this awesome, positive community, right? As soon as our group gets back up, if Facebook could get their act together, right? Then you can definitely get help in the group too. But I love that. Love that you're just starting out. Okay. It also needs to be considered, although that's what hit the news, how is the patent worded? Is it the peptide itself patented or how it's formulated for dosing? Very good point. Very good point. Carol, what are you doing? Yes, I told you before the glass is questioned by me. Is that for me? Carol, I need you to come back and tell me how to do this cottage cheese thing. Am I just not to that thing yet? Hold on, hold on. I'm giving Carol a hard time. I haven't even looked at all the comments yet. All right. Cottage cheese on parchment paper. Oh, I think Mercedes is trying to help me. Cottage cheese on parchment paper by teaspoons, microwave makes a healthy chip. Shut the front door. What? I'm going to have to try this. I like cottage cheese. Ah, Reese is using mochi. Okay, great. Good. I'm glad it went well. Oh, Shay just texted me. We are live. Yes. Okay. We're going to have to jump over and go watch Shay's live. Downsizing Diva. If you're wondering who I'm talking about, we're going to go watch her her video. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Oh, she did. She commented. Okay. Thank you, Carol. I know I was giving you a hard time. I was just playing. Okay, cupcake liner, spritz with Pam. I love these instructions already. A dollop of daisy. I'm just kidding. Cottage cheese. 2%. So all you 1%ers, forget it. It's got to be 2%. Sprinkle with garlic salt and microwave for a couple of minutes, just until light browned and no longer moist. Carol, this is the most Shanannary chips I have ever heard of. And I think I'm going to try it. I think we're all going to try it, Carol, and I think it's your fault. Thank you for sharing. Okay. Kate, I thought it was not the peptide themselves the patents are for, but the science behind that makes them last for a week in the body instead of the normal 4 minutes. Ah, that's a very good point. It's got to be something, right? I mean, it's got to be something. But I'm not 100% sure what the patent is. To be honest with you, I've never looked into it. So I think it'll be interesting to see kind of where that goes. And I think it's pretty ballsy, right? Compounding pharmacy just going for the jugular, just like, get over here, right? That was a Mortal Kombat reference for anybody who didn't understand. Anyway, oh, we got a question. DJ said doesn't take long. Make those cottage cheese chips. All right, all right. I'm gonna go do it. You guys have convinced me. Okay, this is a really big question because there are a lot of cues, Judy. I just saw this week in a video you can use a small tortilla cut into triangles in the microwave for 55 seconds. It makes crispy chips. Yes. I have done this before because I like to use the low carb tortillas or net carb tortillas, or yeah, there are a couple different names. Anyway, I love those. They're higher in fiber. And yes, you can absolutely use them for chips. Love that. Um, but Judy, you are fired because that is not a question. I'm just kidding. You're not fired. I love you. But that was good. You got me with the QQQ. Shanannary chips. I would totally buy those. That's right, Shanannary chips available today in your microwave. Just come over and just get into my link tree, and it'll take you straight to the Shanannary chips. They have 0 carbs and a gabillion proteins, and they're the best chips you will ever have. And just think, if your spouse hates cottage cheese, they won't steal your chips anymore. It's a win-win. So try Shanannary chips today. Patent is available online for giggles. Need a dictionary. Yeah, I believe it. I believe it. No, Melanie. They're called Shanannary chips. Yes, thank you, Carol. I've been on Manjaro almost a year, 10.0, but feeling very bloated lately when eating very little. Should I drop to 7.5? So, Patty, these are linked in all of my videos. These are the super papaya enzymes. They're very affordable. They're not expensive. I like to buy it in this big, huge thing because I use it all the time. This is really great. What you do is you eat it after you eat, and they taste phenomenal. They either come like in a sweet papaya type flavor, or like the super papaya, it's more of like a minty flavor. So it's like, chewing on a mint after you eat. This has completely eliminated bloating for me. Bloating, sulfur burps, right? All of those kind of in your stomach feelings, this has really helped. So you can chew them up, a couple of them after every meal. It helps you digest the food, which helps, right, once it gets into your intestines, right, which is where a lot of the bloating happens. Now, Patty, the other thing you want to do is you want to make sure that you're tracking what you're eating, because in many instances, there may be something specifically that you're eating that's causing the bloating. For example, I've been on this kick on the olive tamponade hummus by Sombra, and I love it. I've always loved it. I got a batch this week that is a lot oilier than previous weeks, and it's caused some gas. Not to gross you out, but just to be honest. So I have found that by doing the digestive enzymes, it helps with that. So if I'm going to have the hummus, right, I do the digestive enzymes and then I'm perfectly fine. So even something as simple as something that you normally eat, but it's a pre-prepared food, right? Like a pre-prepared hummus, even just a variation in what you're getting, right? Higher oil content can lead to having bloating, having gas, having um, acid reflux, having digestive challenges, feels like a brick sitting in your stomach, right? All of those things, they kind of go together. So definitely give those a try. Melanie said, we all need those Shanannary chips. Yeah, we do. I think we're all going to be making them now, and it's all Carol's fault. Way to go, Carol. QQ, 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 QQ. Just making sure you noticed the question while you were shenanering. Yes. Yeah, you did great, Judy. I was just playing with you. So you were getting bloated too? Oh, yeah. It happens to me off and on. I have been on a GLP-1 now for coming up on 17 months, and I get bloating from time to time, but I track what I'm eating, so it's usually fairly easy to figure out exactly what is causing the bloating. And then I just work to address it. I either stop eating that thing, which, can happen depending on what it is, or I do the digestive enzymes and just have those, and it really helps. Oh no, Patty. No, there's nothing wrong with you. Very, very common on a GLP-1. Very common. You lost a ton of weight. Yes, 122 pounds so far. So yeah, on Manjaro. But yeah, there's nothing wrong with you. Sometimes we just need to fine tune things. Like when I first started out on a GLP-1, I couldn't do any kind of red meat because it would cause so much bloating and gas. And I just felt like I had eaten a brick and now it was just hanging out in my stomach. It was horrible. So I was just doing chicken and turkey. Well, as time went on, right, and with the help of the digestive enzymes, I was able to, right, incorporate more red meat. So sometimes it's just a little bit of trial and error, but you are totally fine. There's nothing wrong with you. I'm going to try it. Thank you. Bless you. Yeah, you're very welcome. So, we'll be live next Wednesday. So report back. That's your homework. Report back and let me know how you're doing. Just found on Amazon. Okay, good. Okay, good. Patty, just so you know, I get the big bottle and I keep some with me in every purse that I have. So that way I've always got it. So if I'm going out to eat, if I'm going to a family member's house, if I'm going, right, like all the places where you're not planning on having digestive upset, I keep this with me. So it'll be good for you. Kate says, yes, the red meat hurt. Yeah. Yeah, I really struggled there for a while. But thankfully, I'm doing better now. Speaking of doing better, I have had so much fun hanging out with you guys tonight. Thank you so much for being here. I have loved all of the questions. You have all been phenomenal. And make sure that if you're watching this on the replay, that you comment down below that you are part of the replay crew, because I know that I have a ton of people that catch the replay on Thursday. So let me know if you're in the replay crew. And if you haven't already made plans for the rest of tonight or whenever you're watching this, definitely hop on over to Downsizing Diva, because Shay has put up the interview that we did together. And I'm actually going to go watch it right now. I'm going to put it on the TV and I'm going to snuggle the Kevin and call it a night. So, okay. Let me just scroll through, make sure I didn't miss any comments. That's right. Next time, there will be more Shanannary. The Shanannary will continue to escalate because that's what I do. Escalations. I am your Shanannary escalations team. Good night, Tammy. Oh, Judy's got a birthday coming up? What? Happy birthday, Judy. Happy birthday. I love that for you. Birthdays are the best. You know, like, love that. Nice, sis. See you next time. Carol, don't be saying goodnight, okay? We're not going to bed yet, Carol. We're going to make these cottage cheese Shanannary chips that you created, okay? Then we can go to bed. Maybe that's what I'll do. Maybe I'll turn on Downsizing Diva and go make some cottage cheese chips. Do they keep really well? Because I want to try one tonight, but then I want to have them for tomorrow. Carol, you're in trouble. You started something, and I like it. Lisa, I've been here the whole time, wanted to comment so many times, but I've been shopping for Dad's groceries all night. Well, that's fantastic, though. I love that you're shopping for your dad's groceries. Lisa, you're awesome. You are so awesome. Thank you, Darlene. Thank you. It will. Right. Okay. Everybody saying good night. Thank you so much for being here. I make a batch every day. I think you've started something, Carol. I think you've started something. You're up to Shanannary, and I like it. Okay. I hope you all have a wonderful evening, or if you're part of the replay crew, whatever part of the day you're having, I hope it's wonderful. And don't forget, jump over to Downsizing Diva. Let's show Shay some love, right? Let's get over there. Let's like her video. Let's pump up the views, share it with friends, right? Love her. She's so sweet. You guys will really enjoy that video. I promise you. Okay. Bye, Jazzy. Bye, Darlene. Bye, Carol. Bye, Crazy Cat Lady in LA. And the Fit Auntie. And Sharon and Melanie. Okay. I can't go through everybody. But I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Don't forget, when you exit stage left, to hit that like button. Thank you, and we'll see you next time.